The South African cricket teams are on the up and up, more so the women's cricket team that has secured a spot in the final of the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup. But I've got somebody here who has been part of that women's team at some point or another, helping out and making sure that the girls can handle that kind of spin on the subcontinent. I'm talking about none other than Paul Adams. Paul, the cricket in South Africa is doing quite well. Are you happy with what you're seeing?
Yeah, cricket has been really great. Firstly, the men winning the Test Championship a few months ago. And now we got our ladies side in the final of the 50 over World Cup. I'm so excited. I've been following them. They've had a tough time in those group stages, but they've managed to win those tight games. And that's what championship teams do, you know.
And in the past, South Africa has been labeled as a country that's genuinely able to play on fast, bouncy wickets. But it seems that we're starting to adapt well to turning surfaces.
Yeah, I think it's so important that we've had so many tours going to the subcontinent, understanding conditions and understanding what type of player we want playing in those tournaments. And the ladies have worked hard at it. We've got the likes of our spinners as well, being able to take wickets now on those surfaces, understand what they need to do and the lengths they need to bowl. But it's more the playing, and you got your key senior players who've been playing in all these leagues around the world, gaining a lot more experience, playing against the best in the world, and sometimes rubbing shoulders with them in the same teams. So you are bound to get better and get experience, and that filters down into our games. And when they play domestic cricket, it filters down into the domestic game. So from what we see over the last couple of years, the women's game is really growing in South Africa and as well globally.
Paul, I mean, you've worked with some of the girls from a high performance point of view. Are you happy to see that some of that knowledge that they've absorbed, they are translating it onto the pitch?
Yeah, it's good having all those knowledge, and it's important that it does translate. If you look at Marizanne Kappa body language, and when they get into that huddle, she is very boisterous and emotional, always comes out, and she's leading from the front. And you got the calmness of Woolvaardt, who really just personifies excellence all the time when she's out there, when she bats. But they're coming together as a unit. And that's the key thing. They've dovetailed off each other in terms of performances when they've been under pressure. We saw Nadine de Klerk and Chloe Tryon in those round robin. And now in the semi, what a performance, Woolvaardt and Cup. So from my side, it is now a final. It's a once-off game that they're going to be playing in. And it's just go out there and just do it your all and play with no fear.
Are you a little bit worried? Because when they're really off, they are very off. And when they play really good, they play really good. But do you still feel that they have a good game in them and they can do something special in this final?
Yeah, I think it's about handling pressure. I think it's the moments. I like to turn this final around in terms of pressure, in saying that India's under tremendous pressure. It's a home final for them. Home nations, when they're always in the final, it's massive. Everywhere they look, people are talking to them about the final and not to really slip up. So pressure's on India. South Africa can go in there with some of the experience they've gained of playing in the finals, feeling the hurt, knowing how those hurt felt, and wanting to fuel them to really be focused and really play to the best that they can. And it's belief, you know. I think the past games have built a lot of belief inside of them, and they just got to go out there and be really focused in that.
One unsung hero is the coach, Mandla Mashimbi. I mean, he's a man who moves in silence, but he's quite effective at what he does. Just your thoughts on Mandla as a coach?
Yeah, Mandla has come into the side a few months ago and really rallied him around. And I think he's worked hard on the team culture and working, and he spent a lot of time doing those team activities. And he's just a straight shooter, you know. And it's for him to come in, pull this unit together and make them believe that they are capable and be able to win it. But he's also kept them grounded in terms of we're not over yet. We're not finished. When we win a semi-final, we're into the next step of the final, and we've got to go there and really just do it again.
Just finally from me, Paul, just your prediction on the final.
Yeah, well, I'm all South Africa all the way, and it would be beautiful because look, both these teams are brand new finalists within the 50 over World Cup, and we'll have a new world champion on Sunday. So, but I'm backing South Africa as ones they really deserve to win this one.
Thank you so much. That is Paul Adams, former Proteas wrist spinner, saying that he's fully behind the women's cricket team at this year's Cricket World Cup final. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Hotoselo at the Gary Player Country Club at Sun City.